Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Lola. What's yours? I haven't said that in months. I'm just trying to get my drills out here. I am working on a Christmas canvas. It's a Christmas witch. I will show you when I'm done. Should have done this probably before I started it. Oh well. Never said we were perfect around here, that's for sure. So what has everybody been doing? How is life? I can't get the container out. My containers are stuck in the box. Okay, there we go. What's everybody been doing? I thought I would come and say hi. It's been a while since I did a video. I just didn't have a lot to say for a while. I don't know. I don't have anything to say today. Well, I have a few things. I don't know. Maybe y'all will find it interesting. There's no drama. There's no... I don't know. Okay, I think that's enough for now. Hopefully I got... I don't know if I got the one I need. Did I get the blacks? I guess so. Okay. So let's fold this back. Yeah, what has everybody been doing? It's almost Christmas. It's December 17th, December 14th, I think. Might be the 13th. I thought that Tuesday was the 17th, so who knows? Don't believe me, I don't know. If anybody knows what day it is, let me know. It's Sunday, I can tell you that. I am home alone again. It seems I'm home alone a lot lately, which is kind of weird. So I'm like, okay, now what do we do with all this free time? Right? The boyfriend's schedule changed, so now he works Friday, sleeps on Saturday, goes to work on Sunday until Friday again. So it's taken some adjustment to get used to. Do I like it? No. Does he like it? No. Whatever. What are you gonna do, right? What are you gonna do when you're not the boss? Good news, he has Christmas off. So I don't know what we're gonna do that day. We didn't have any plans because we still have 10 days, but last year he worked Christmas. He didn't have any days off at Christmas. He even worked New Year's Eve. That was the first time that I had spent New Year's Eve alone. I remember working on, I had pneumonia last December, and I was working on a big 30 by 90 of Jungle Cats, and I was trying so hard to finish it, and I couldn't get through it. I think I went to bed probably 1 o'clock, and I'm like, nope, this is not gonna get finished. I finished it the next day. I counted it as I counted it as getting done. Who cares? I cheated. So this canvas, my alarm went off. I think it might go off in another 5 minutes. We'll have to see, because I don't think I pressed cancel. Oh well. What was I saying? Oh, this canvas. So last December, I had pneumonia. I was in the hospital. And I kept getting this out and putting it on my table, and then I was exhausted. So I didn't get any drills down on this last December, and I thought, well, better get it done this year. I've sectioned it off into 9 different areas, and I'm just doing whatever. So this December, I am on IVs again. I can't breathe. And I thought maybe I should possibly go on IVs so that I don't end up in the hospital again. I was just sick in September and October. And here we are. My doctor thinks I need to change up my daily medicine. So I had to fill out papers for that the other day to get approval. I don't know how long it takes. We shall see. Hopefully I'm not allergic to that one, because that's a lot of my issues. I'm allergic to 5 or 6 antibiotics. So that really cuts down on what you can take. And now I have to be conscious of when I go on antibiotics, because I don't want to become resistant to them, because then I really will be screwed. So we're just kind of living dangerously out here and seeing what will work. Hold on a second. So what are you guys working on for Christmas? Are you excited for Christmas? I know a lot of people that are not. And it's kind of a different take on things, because these are the people that used to call me a Grinch, because I didn't like Christmas for various reasons. And here they are saying, oh my God, this is awful. Yes, it is. So if you're in a predicament where you're having a hard time with Christmas, just know there are other people that don't even celebrate Christmas, and they get through the holiday just fine. Whether it's for religious reasons or political, or I don't know. There are just a bunch of people that don't celebrate Christmas, and I don't think that us, as people who live in North America, or even England, realize that it's not a big deal to some people. And it's okay. We will get through the day. It'll be Boxing Day, and then eventually it'll be January, and we will all go back to living our lives how we used to. There is a local light show that I would like to go to. We were going to go to it last night, but it was too cold. Today, it is -9 outside. -9 Fahrenheit. I think that's something like -16 Celsius, maybe not -15. I don't remember. It looked a lot colder in Celsius when I looked, that's for sure. Sadie thought that she would go out this morning when it was -9. So I said, okay, go ahead. Let's see how far you get. So she went to the neighbors. I closed the door and to go get the cat food bag to shake it so that she would come back. I went back to the door and she wanted in. And I thought, huh, you didn't like that too much, eh? Maybe you should stay in the house, bad little girl. This cat loves running over to the neighbor's house and just going through their backyard. There's a outdoor cat. We call him Moo Moo, like a cow. He goes next door and he must spray or something. Sadie likes it. I have the door closed in the room that I'm in, and Rigby keeps trying to get in. So I have a story about Riggs. What day was that? Must have been Thursday night. Okay, so I took the dog for a walk. Okay, so back up. I was diamond painting. Just waiting for it to be 8 o'clock so that I can do the stuff and get ready for bed, etc. So Rigby starts poking my leg like he does because he wants out, and he keeps going out, out. So I said, fine, let's go for a walk. Okay. So we go around to the front of my house. We walk past my house, past 3 neighbors, and we turn the corner. And there's a little food bank there, little closet where you can leave food or clothes, whatever. So we were just looking. Sometimes I like to look at what people leave. Sometimes it's pretty interesting. Or you find canned food that you never heard of before. Anyways, oops. So Rigby was sniffing stuff, blah, blah, blah. And we walked past one more house, and all of a sudden Rigby got tired. And I'm like, dude, you can't be getting tired. You're the one that wanted to go for a walk. So we turned down the alley towards my house. So remember, it's only like 4 houses to my house. Okay. We walk past one house and he wants to stop. And I'm like, no, dude, we gotta go. So I let him stand there for a little bit because he's old, right? So he has dementia. So I thought maybe he was having a hard time because it was dark out or just whatever. So I get him to walk. We walk past one more house and he's in my neighbor's driveway. And he's leaning forward like he's going to pass out and land on his face. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? What are you doing? Like, I had no idea. I'm thinking, is he having a stroke? Is he passing out? Is he like dying right in front of me? I had no idea. So I get him into that. We walk over to my house. I get him into the door. He doesn't want to go up the stairs. And I'm like, oh, great. Because I can't pick him up. I have a bad shoulder. I can't lift anything with my shoulder. He weighs 65 pounds. There's just absolutely no way. So I kind of get him up the stairs. Get him into the living room. And his back legs gave out. And I'm like, okay, seriously, what is going on? I'm like freaking out at this point, right? Because like, am I watching my dog die? What is going on? So he just lays down. All of his legs splay out and he just lays down. I'm like, okay. He's still breathing. He's not passed out because he's like, his eyes are open. He's conscious. He just laid there for a little bit and I watched him and I'm like, okay. Well, then he got up and he tried to go get a drink. He's dragging his back foot, or his foot is curled under. Like he had no muscle control. His foot was dragged under. And he walked over to his water dish and he just stared at it. He just stared at the water. And I'm like, what are you doing? So he walks back to his water. And his front legs gave out. I'm like, okay, this can't be a stroke if it's affecting all 4 of his legs. He has a back injury because a few years ago he got stuck under my bed and thought that he would stand up. So he hit his spine on the bed rail, which is wood. So I'm like touching his back and stuff, trying to see if anything makes him groan or wince or nothing. Nothing. And then he falls asleep. And then he starts peeing. And I'm like, this is weird. So I wake up the boyfriend and he's supposed to be going to work, whatever. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on. So he can't cancel work. So I'm stuck home alone with the dog. He was sleeping. He was snoring. I didn't sleep very well because I kept waking up to see if he was gonna keep snoring. I don't know what I was gonna do if he stopped. So he slept the whole night, slept all of the next morning. I got him food. I woke him up. He ate, what did he eat that morning? He ate a little bit of his food, maybe like, not even half of it, maybe a third of it. He got up, went and got a drink, and then he went to sleep again. I'm like, okay, well, he's getting up, and he's thirsty. He's not peeing anymore. He didn't pee that much. I put a towel under him and it didn't get wet, so at least there was that. I had to go to the store to get groceries. It was the only time I had, so we went. We went and got McDonald's, came home, and when we walked in the house, Rigby was sitting there, sitting, and he wanted a hamburger. I brought a cheeseburger home for him to see if he would eat that. Oh, he was excited to eat that. He was perfectly fine. There was nothing wrong with him. And I'm going, okay, so what happened here? What happened to the dog? At this point, I couldn't afford to take him to the doctors, right? Because everybody knows that it costs money to get in. The doctor would have ran blood tests. We thought that he was just going to tell us, yeah, your dog is 13 and a half. There's not much we can do for him. He's an old dog. But I mean, he would have ran x-rays. He would have had to keep Rigby overnight. Who knows what would have happened. It probably would have cost at least $1,000 just to have him looked at. And then what was I going to do if the vet just says, yeah, it's his dementia. He's fine. So the next day we bring him home the cheeseburger and he's fine. And then he was asking me to go outside. And I'm like, okay, let's go. Because he hasn't been outside at 20 hours. So I'm like, okay. And then he's been fine since. So this is my uneducated guess. I don't think it was a stroke because, like I said, it was all of his legs. It wasn't just the back ones. It wasn't just one of them. It wasn't, when you have a stroke, it affects certain parts of your body. I don't think it was his heart because he kept getting up and walking, and I know that dogs don't show when they're hurt and stuff. They don't tell you because it's a sign of weakness, right? Same with cats. I think that when we stopped at the food bank, he either smelt something or he touched something that made him overdose. I don't know if it was drugs. I don't know if it was something poisonous. I don't know. He didn't eat anything, but he was sniffing bags and he was like smelling all the containers. And now I'm like, okay, we are not walking that way. We are not going over there. I am not, nothing. I don't know. I honestly truly think that he just overdosed because it happened so fast, and just the way that he started nodding. Because like I said, he was sitting in the one person's driveway and his head was just like going forward. I thought that he was gonna hit the floor with his face. And you would think if he was tired, he would lay down like a dog lays down when he was tired. But his face was going towards the ground like he had just, like he was passing out, and it was weird, man. I was scared. So, my uneducated guess is that he either touched a narcotic or something was poisoned. I don't know. If any of you have ever experienced this, please let me know. And I'm thinking, okay, should I have called the cops and told them? And they would have been like, okay, what do you want us to do? Right? Because I'm pretty sure that the stuff that he touched was probably gone by the time we got back. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm paranoid. Maybe I'm stupid. I don't know. But it was scary as heck. We thought that he was just giving up. And so we were like, okay, we want him to pass away at home. And then we had to have the talk of what are we going to do with him? Because this was Thursday night. If he would have passed away Friday night, we would have been like, okay, but now what do we do? Because there's no vet open on the weekends. We would have had to drive a long ways. We would have had to get the dog in the car. Just a bunch of stuff goes through your mind, right? When you think that your pet is not going to make it. And we know that it's coming because, like I said, he's 13 and a half. But I didn't expect it to be like that. So, Friday when I woke up, I was in so much like physical pain. I think because I was like, I didn't sleep the night before because I kept waking up to check on him. And I must have had my muscles really tense because I felt like it. I could hardly walk. I could hardly move my arms. They just hurt like I had worked out for way too long. And then, what day was that? It might have been Thursday morning. Wednesday morning? I don't know if it was Wednesday or Thursday. I started IVs. Well, I tried 3 times to get my IV inserted because I do it by myself, right? It goes into my port in my chest. I could not get that thing to work. So I had to go to the clinic and say, hey, I have this emergency. I need my port accessed and I can't get it. Can you guys help me? So the girl says, yeah, no problem. So she takes me back. Well, she tried twice. It wasn't working. Okay, at this time, I'm like, oh, great. I'm going to have to go to the big hospital an hour away just to get this stupid port accessed so I can take my IVs. So remember, I did it 3 times. The girl did it twice. By this time, it's 5 times. And I said, okay, just go get the other doctor. Just go get the other nurse, So she went and got him, and he came in, and he's like, okay, I'm going to try this, and it's going to work, and we're not going to worry about it. So he tried it, he got it in, and I'm like, oh, thank God. So it took 6 times to get my IV. But thankfully we did, and I've had no problems since. So I have to take these antibiotics until New Year's Eve. Which is fine, whatever. Everybody has something in life they have to do, right? Something we gotta do that we don't want to. So that's been my week. Do you remember, you guys, I told you to sign up for Mistplay, MISTPLAY, and you get free gift cards for playing games, etc. Do you remember I told you that? Okay. We switched phones. Trying to think when. We switched phones in November. And the phone that we switched to, I can't play my Mistplay games. So now I can't get gift cards and etc. because I can't play the games. I have to have a Samsung tablet or a Samsung phone. Well, that's crappy because I don't have one. I can hear the squirrels running on the roof. I don't know if you guys can hear them. Some of y'all say you have squirrel brain. Oh, listen, you should hear these squirrels running. I got squirrel feet. So anyways, yeah, it was kind of a bummer. I was gonna play some games this week. You know, work on getting some Walmart gift cards. Nope. Can't play them on my phone. So now, I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's kind of crappy. So I told you about my health. I told you, oh, here's another story about the pets. So remember we had kittens back in May. Well, I'm trying to adopt them out because now they are old enough to go. They are, you know, not kittens anymore, etc., etc. Well, I've had a few questions. And then one girl, she was like, hey, I'm interested in your cats. Can I come and get them? I'm like, okay, which ones do you want? And we talked back and forth, whatever. She is asking very vague questions. I'm like, okay, I kind of would like some, you know, a little bit more detail because I am giving you my cat child. Well, then she asked if, well, she read the article, except like the ad that I had up. And then she asked if she could come see them. And I said, no, not today because it's snowstorming. It's supposed to get really bad. And then she said, that's okay. I live by you. And I'm like, oh. And then I said, well, you can't come now because after we got all the snow last week, on the same day that we got all the snow, it started raining. And y'all know I have construction in my backyard. So, like, the yard was just a complete swimming pool. So I said, yeah, you can't come today because you're not even going to be able to get to my door. So you're going to have to wait. Which I felt bad, but if she would have came here, she would have, like, sank in the quicksand. Okay, so that night, after I told her that she couldn't come here because of the mud and etc., she's like, hey, how are the cats with the dog? I have a medium-sized dog. I said, oh, they're fine. They grew up with Rigby, and they claim on him and stuff and whatever. And then she's like, okay, I have, then she goes, are the cats declawed? I said, no, you can't, you're not allowed to do that in Ontario. And she was like, oh, because I have a parrot. I have a parrot. And it's not a little bird. It's a big It's a big parrot. And I'm like, yeah, these are kittens. The kittens are going to think that your bird is a toy. So the next day at 5:30 in the morning, she's like, can I come and see the kittens? And I'm thinking, it's 5:30 in the morning. At 8 o'clock, she sent me a bunch of question marks. And I'm like, dude, I know you're excited, but chill out. I didn't answer her because I was still sleeping. And then she sends me she didn't answer me all day because that was the day that I said, oh, wait. No, okay, the first night she asked me, can I come and see them? And I said, no, because of the mud. I said, contact me tomorrow and we'll fix the date. Well, she didn't contact me, so I'm like, okay, you can't be too interested. The next day, so this is the third day, she was like, okay, can I come and see the cats today? That was at 5:30. And then at 8 o'clock, I still hadn't answered her, and she was sending me question marks. And then she said, I don't know, I think it was around 1 o'clock. She was like, so are these cats okay with dogs? Because I have 2. And I'm like, you told me yesterday you have 1 dog. And I said, I know they're good with 1 dog because that's what I have. And then she said, I have 3 parrots that fly around the house. Are they going to be okay with the kittens? And I'm thinking, okay, now you have 3 parrots and you want to bring a kitten plus 2 dogs. I said, I do not think this is going to work out for you. I am afraid that either the kittens are going to get in trouble and you're going to kick them out of your house, or they're going to get hurt from the parrots because parrots have very strong beaks and very good eyesight to poke out the kitty's little eyes. Or one of the cats is going to do bad things to the bird and suddenly the cat's going to be homeless, right? All this stuff is going through my head. So I said to her, I don't think these are the right cats for you because you're going to have to either keep the birds in the cage at all times or else the kittens are going to have to be caged. And that's not fair to anybody. I don't think that these are the right kittens for you right now because I did not want to send my cats into a situation like that. So the next day, this is day 4, she sends me a message and she says, okay, we built an enclosure for the parrots. They can't get out. Can I come and get the cats now? And I didn't even answer her because I'm like, no, this is feeling kind of creepy to me. I don't know if she was playing around, like if it was like a teenager, haha, watch this funny thing that I can do. I don't know if she was not taking the situation seriously. I just didn't feel right. And so the kittens did not go to live with her. She wasn't listening to what I was saying anyways. And if you can't listen to what I'm saying, then how am I supposed to trust you with 2 living creatures? And parrots are expensive. So, I mean, if the parrots would have hurt, if my cats would have hurt her parrots, that would have been bad. And I don't know if she would have came after me and said, hey, you need to take these cats back. And then at this point, the cats are all confused because they're like, we don't know what's going on. We don't know where we're supposed to be living. I can't find the drills that I need. There it is. I don't know. So they didn't go. They're still here. So we'll keep trying. What else has been going on? I have talked to a lawyer about the house. I have been packing the stuff, all of the stuff. I'm trying to go through it and figure out what it is that I want to keep and what I don't. Have any of you moved and just been like, I just want to leave everything here and start over? That's what I want to do. We don't have a lot of furniture to move. We just have a lot of stuff. Video games and craft stuff and clothes and coats and dishes, and what else do we got? I have a lot of china, like teacups. Just stuff. I have a lot of scrapbooking stuff that I'm getting rid of because I know I'm not going to get into that. I have to figure out what yarn I want to get rid of, if I want to get rid of any of it. So, on top of the IVs, I'm still doing that. I'm still, you know, I have little sections of everything that I'm taking care of, and I do what I do. I do what I do. I do what I can. I have 2 appointments this week. I had 2 appointments last week. One of the cats wants to come in here. I think it's lunchtime. The cats are saying it's lunchtime. Yeah, that's why I haven't been here for a while. Just been kind of busy, stressing out about crazy things. So there, we got a little section done. Hopefully you can see it. I should have changed the camera a little bit, kind of like that. Oh well. Thank you for hanging out. That's what I've been doing lately. I thought I would update you all. Show you my little canvas here. This is what I, whoops. Let me see if you can see it. This is what I'm working on. Oh yeah, you can see it through the paper, right? Here. Move you a little bit. This is what I've been working on. Oh, you can really see these in the camera. That's cool. They're kind of hard to tell what they are in person. Cool. This is the section we worked on down here. Can you see it? I'm gonna move it over. Oh yeah, you can see it. Cool. So there you go. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Just a little chat. Thanks to all my new subscribers. I should have said that at the beginning. I've gained quite a few subscribers in the past month, so that's cool. Actually, in the past week or so. That's cool. Thank you guys. Thank you for sticking around. I appreciate it. If you could like this video, I would appreciate that. And if you have any idea what happened to Rigby, let me know. Do you think my idea is crazy? That maybe it was poison or drugs or something? Because drugs are very, very high in this town, and I would not be surprised. And let me know what you're doing for Christmas. I'm interested. Okay, thank you. If y'all stuck around this long, yeah, let me know what you're doing for Christmas. Okay, I will talk to you all later. Bye!